You just joined a brand new team. The codebase is 200,000 lines of code, spanning dozens of directories and microservices. There are files everywhere, next to no documentation, and you have absolutely no idea where to even begin. This is the cold reality that most developers face every single day stepping into unfamiliar projects and legacy codebases. You end up spending hours tracing imports and reading files in complete isolation. You are desperately trying to piece together how different components connect and depend on each other. Every change you make feels like a complete shot in the dark because you simply cannot see the full picture. You are reading code blind, and it is painfully slow. Meet Understand Anything. It is an open-source tool that transforms any codebase into an interactive knowledge graph that you can visually explore, semantically search, and ask natural language questions about. It works seamlessly with Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, Copilot, Gemini CLI, and over a dozen other AI coding platforms. Every single file, function, class, and dependency becomes a clickable node in a beautiful force-directed graph. Nodes are color-coded by their architectural layer. You can search through everything instantly. Select any node to see a plain English summary, its relationships to other components, and auto-generated guided tours of the codebase. The tool is packed with powerful features: structural graph exploration with guided tours, fuzzy and semantic search across the entire codebase, diff impact analysis before you commit changes, a persona adaptive UI that adjusts detail level based on your role, layer visualization and language concept explanations for over 12 patterns. The architecture uses a powerful hybrid approach that combines the best of both worlds. TreeSitter handles all the deterministic static analysis with perfect accuracy. An LLM provides deep semantic understanding. Together they produce a knowledge graph that is structurally accurate and rich with contextual meaning about what the code does. TreeSitter parses your source code into a concrete syntax tree with surgical precision. It extracts structural facts like imports, exports, function definitions, class hierarchies, inheritance chains, and call sites throughout the codebase. The exact same input always produces the exact same output. No hallucination, no guesswork, just pure deterministic parsing every single time. The LLM reads the parse structure alongside the original source code and produces what parsers alone simply cannot deliver. It generates plain English summaries of every single file, meaningful tags and categories, accurate architectural layer assignments, business domain mapping, language concept explanations for over 12 programming patterns across multiple languages. The system runs a sophisticated multi-agent pipeline with 5 specialized agents working together in sequence. A project scanner discovers every file. A file analyzer extracts nodes and edges from the code. An architecture analyzer identifies logical layers. A tour builder creates guided walkthroughs. A graph reviewer validates the complete structure. The project scanner is the first agent in the pipeline. It walks through your entire codebase, discovering every single file and detecting which programming languages and frameworks are in use. It identifies the project structure and categorizes everything before passing the results to the next agent for deeper analysis and extraction. File analyzers run in parallel for maximum performance, up to 5 at a time, processing between 20 and 30 files per batch. Each one extracts functions, classes, imports, dependencies, and produces graph nodes and edges. The pipeline supports incremental updates, only reanalyzing files that actually changed since the last run. The architecture analyzer examines the complete file structure, all summaries, and every import relationship to identify logical architectural layers automatically. It assigns every single file in your project to exactly one layer: API, service, data, UI, utility, and infrastructure, all color-coded and organized for instant visual understanding. The tour builder generates auto-generated learning walkthroughs ordered by dependency chain. You learn the codebase in the right logical sequence from the ground up. Each tour explains what every component does, why it exists in the architecture, and how it connects to everything else around it in the system. Installing is incredibly simple and takes only seconds. For Claude Code, you just need to run 2 short commands: plugin marketplace add, followed by plugin install. That is literally it. The plugin is published on the official Claude Code marketplace and requires 0 configuration to get started. Understand Anything works across 14 different AI coding platforms: Claude Code, Codex, OpenCode, Cursor, VS Code with GitHub Copilot, Gemini CLI, Hermes, Klein, VibeCli, PyAgent, and many more. For most platforms, a single one-line install script sets everything up automatically. Just curl pipe bash and you are done in seconds. To analyze your codebase, simply run /understand inside your AI coding tool of choice. A multi-agent pipeline scans your entire project from top to bottom and builds the complete knowledge graph. It saves the result to a .understand anything directory in your project root for easy access and sharing. Run /understand dashboard to open the interactive web dashboard in your browser. A beautiful force-directed graph displays every single file as an interactive node, color-coded by architectural layer. You can pan around, zoom in and out, and click any node to see its code, relationships, and plain English explanations. /understand chat lets you ask questions about the codebase in plain natural English. Just type something like how does the payment flow work or which parts handle user authentication. The LLM searches the knowledge graph and gives you contextual accurate answers with source references you can verify yourself. /understand diff analyzes the impact of your current uncommitted changes in real time. Before you commit anything, it shows you exactly which parts of the system your edits will affect. You can see the ripple effects and blast radius across the entire codebase before anything breaks in production. /understand explain lets you deep dive into any specific file or function in the codebase. The system reads the source code, the graph context, and all related connected nodes. Then it gives you a thorough explanation of what the component does, why it exists, and how it fits into the broader system architecture. /understand onboard generates a complete onboarding guide for new team members joining your project. It creates a step-by-step learning path that is tailored specifically to your codebase structure and architecture. New hires go from zero context to being productive in hours instead of the usual weeks. /understand domain extracts business domain knowledge from your source code automatically. It identifies logical domains, business flows, and process steps throughout the application. Then it lays them out as a clean horizontal graph. You finally see how your code maps to real business processes and workflows in your organization. You can also analyze knowledge bases and documentation wikis. /understand knowledge at a Carpathy pattern LLM wiki and get a force-directed knowledge graph with community clustering built automatically. It turns your written documentation into a navigable graph of interconnected ideas and topics you can explore. The dashboard includes both fuzzy text search and semantic meaning search capabilities. Find absolutely anything by name or by what it does. Just type in which parts handle authentication and get relevant results across the entire graph in an instant. No more grepping through hundreds of files manually like a caveman. Knowledge graph is just a simple JSON file. Commit it directly to your repository and let every teammate skip the entire analysis pipeline instantly. It is perfect for onboarding new members, code review sessions, and treating documentation as code. For large graphs over 10 megabytes, just use Git LFS to track the JSON files efficiently. Enable auto update mode with /understand auto update. A post-commit hook incrementally patches the knowledge graph after every single commit you make. Each commit lands with a matching up-to-date graph ready to explore. No manual rebuilds, no stale data, no extra work for anyone on your team. For huge monorepos with hundreds of thousands of files, you can scope the analysis to a specific subdirectory. Just run /understand src/frontend to analyze only that part of the code base. Only the files in that directory get analyzed and added to the graph. The pipeline stays fast and laser-focused. Let us take a moment to recap everything we have covered today. Understand Anything turns any codebase into an interactive knowledge graph that you can explore. It uses TreeSitter plus an LLM for both structural accuracy and deep semantic meaning. Works across 14 platforms with guided tours, search, diff analysis, team sharing, and auto updates. If this tutorial helped you understand your codebase better, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and reach more developers. Subscribe for more deep dive developer tools and tutorials just like this one. The link to the repository is in the description below. Star it, share it with your team, and start understanding everything.